Hey guys, Cody here. I wanted to share something with you guys real quick. You might be thinking that you're not a good follower of Christ, good daughter, a good son of Christ. I know I don't feel like that a lot. But I want to show you guys this. This is from Hosea. So in the book of Hosea, it's about how God wanted Hosea to marry a prostitute, a woman that he loves. So that God can show Israel how much he loves Israel and us, obviously us. So think of this real quick as you're a mother or a father of a little child. Hosea 11. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. The more they were called, the more they went away. They kept sacrificing to the Baals and burning offerings to idols. Yet it was I who taught Ephraim to walk. I took them up by their arms, but they did not know that I healed them. I led them with cords of kindness, with the bands of love, and I became to them as one who eases the yoke of their jaws, and I bent down to them and fed them. They shall not return to the land of Egypt, but Assyria shall be their king, because they have refused to return to me. The sword shall raise against their cities, consume the bars of their gates, and devour them because of their own counsels. My people are bent on turning away from me, and though they call out to the Most High, he shall not raise them up at all. How can I give you up, O Ephraim? How can I hand you over, O Israel? How can I make you like Admah? How can I treat you like Zeboim? My heart recoils within me. My compassion grows warm and tender. I will not execute my burning anger. I will not again destroy Ephraim. For I am God and not a man, the Holy One in your midst, and I will not come in wrath. Admah, Zeboim, and Ephraim are towns in Gomorrah, the city that God destroyed, along with Sodom, or not the city, the countries. It says, how can I give you up? I'm going to go to Mark. Luke. I can't read. The parable of the prodigal son. And he said, there was a man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the share of property that is coming to me. And he divided his property between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. And there he squandered his property in reckless living. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country. I need a break. And when he spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. And he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. But when he came to himself, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, but I perish here with hunger? I will rise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. Wow, he was still a long way off. His father saw him and felt compassion and ran and embraced him and kissed him. and they celebrated. We keep thinking that we have to go. We keep thinking that we have to keep crawling towards God, asking forgiveness. We're not meant to be. We're not worthy to be Christians, God. We're not worthy. Yet we're still afar off. And God will come running, and celebrate. Jeez. He'll come running. He's not waiting for you to just catch up to him. Because we won't. We won't ever catch up to him. Ever. Instead of him standing over there at the finish line, he brings the finish line to you. In the book of Hosea, the last time his wife wandered off, she was a slave. He went to the slave master. He grabbed his wife by the arm. The slave master says, "You can't do that. She's mine." He goes, "This is my wife." And he pulls out money from his pockets and pays for her again. God loves you. God loves you. He loves you more than anyone would ever love you. God's love is mentioned in the Bible 7 times more than any of his anger, his wrath, and that's mentioned a lot. But as humans, we still tend to look at the negatives. God is love. God loves us. He chases us down. He runs to us. We're not all the way there. We don't always have everything figured out on our own. That's why he's there for us. And he comes running out to us and shows us the way. So, real quick. Today's going to be short because we should start living for God, though, so we don't have to keep doing this. I know there's still going to be times that we mess up, but God's still good to come running. Matthew 16, verses 24 through 28. Then Jesus told his disciples, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. For what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his soul? Or what shall a man give in return of his soul? For the Son of Man is going to come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and then he will repay each person according to what he has done. Truly I say to you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Take up the cross and follow him. That means dying to yourself. Stop living your sinful ways. Because God knows that we're gonna sin. He knows that. And he'll forgive mistakes. But blindly just keep on going the same route, the same direction that you're going. Just like the prodigal son, he kept going away and further away. He went into that country and had prostitutes. He sinned. He lived a life of sin. He wanted to have fun. fun. But I'd like to talk real quick about that fun. Look at the lives of a lot of Hollywood actors. Yeah, they have all the money, they have all the girls, they have all the cars, the houses, whatever. But there's been several actors who've died of old age, and they were alone. Does that sound fun? You live your life with God, you're going to have abundant love. People are going to know it. People will know it. Yes, we're going to be hated. Yes, we're going to be persecuted, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get a whole lot worse. When the end time starts coming, we're going to lose a lot of our Christian brothers because they didn't sign up for this. They don't know what this means. I love my family. And I'm happy the way it is. And I'm happy because it's getting better too. I don't want to end up like, I don't care if I'm poor the rest of my life. I don't care. I have my family. That's what counts. Hey, God loves you guys. And I do too. You guys have a great weekend.